Hey, I'll start the recording.
Wait. I'm going to be sharing my screen, so
Okay.
please record the video as well, right?
Yeah, we record video on Telegram and Twitch stream. Actually, I'll be doing a Twitch stream. Okay, cool. Can see that. Right, let me put in. Okay, good evening to the World Coin Talk community. Tonight we have an AMA with ArchRealm here to speak about the project. Is Salius and some other members of the team. I think Donna, it's his girlfriend's account, so that's Mike. And yeah, so if we could just maybe start with some information about the core team, their experience and background in crypto, that'd be great, guys. Thanks.
You stop the recording. All right, so thank you for having us. My name is Solus. I will be the anchor for the AMA. And as for my background in crypto, I have been doing crypto for a while now. I think I bought my first crypto like 4 years ago. Obviously, I didn't know too much about it back then. But now we're here. Now we're in the BSC space. I've been here for nearly a year now. So I've seen my ups and downs. I've experienced the same thing all of you guys also experienced. And with you, we have a good chunk of the team in here. So we have Explora. She's our co-founder. Please say hi and maybe talk a little bit about your background.
Yeah, hi guys. Well, thank you for actually having us here. Well, I've been in the crypto space for a while. I think in the proper BSC space, I would say over almost 2 years. Actually, I would say almost 2 years. And well, like Salah said, I've had my fair share of what's been happening in the space, and this is actually the fourth project I would be core team for. I've worked with other projects before, but this is like the first one I'm gonna be like the core team for. Yeah, so well, that's just like a little about my background in the crypto space. So yeah, thank you very much. Back to you, Salas.
And then we also have Ian. Ian, say hi.
Hi guys, so I've been involved in crypto for over 2 years now. I've worked with a couple of projects. I've had one very successful project which went to over 40 million market cap, and I was involved in one of our main CEOs project. What she took that project to a massive market cap. So yeah, I'm Ian. So, and I'm on my partner's account, just so you don't get the names mixed up.
And then we also have Mike. He's our project developer. Mike, say hi.
Hi guys, thanks for having us. I'm Mike. I've been on the crypto space for about 2 years, and I've been a project manager for quite some few projects now, which I don't think it's nice mentioning the names because this is a different project right now. So I have a lot of great experience from crypto, from spot trading, future trading, and now the BSC, token. So this is like the third project I'm working on as a project manager. Nice to have us, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, so I'm going to be telling you guys what ArchRealm is very briefly, and then I will be letting the team expand on that, all right? So ArchRealm is a 3D action-based play-to-earn game with NFT cards. We will have a marketplace, staking, our very own swap for the in-game tokens. And the game is based on Norse mythology with an original storyline that is crafted by us. So, Explora, could you tell us a little bit more about the story?
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm just gonna do that. So as Charlotte said already, I mean, I'm super excited actually to like tell you guys the whole story behind the project. It's actually a very beautiful one. So you guys just relax and enjoy the story. Now, as Charlotte said, we under our ecosystem, we're going to be having NFTs. We're going to be having NFT marketplace, and we're also going to be having the game. We've actually been able to create a system whereby all our utilities actually work together. So you need the marketplace to be able to get our NFTs, and then you need our NFTs to also be able to play the game. So it's just like it all works, around each other. Now, our project or the game is actually based on a real-time story where you can actually relate with something you can relate with. It's actually based on a Norse mythology about two brothers named Order and Chaos. These brothers are actually, they were really close. They were really bonded. They had this serious bond that, it was just not breakable since they were young. They grew up with that bond. And, at some points they decided to, we have this, bond together. Why don't we, start creating realms and, start ruling these realms together? And they both agreed to this. They agreed to start creating these realms and agreed to start ruling these realms together. Now, on Order's part, he wanted to rule these realms with love, joy, peace, happiness, excitement, the land being green, everybody being happy, no sorrow, nothing like that. He just wanted to, have peace in the land. That's what he wanted, for all the realms. Now, on the other part, for Chaos, he wasn't like comfortable with peace. He felt like, what? It's actually very boring. Peace is boring. Happiness is boring. Why would you always, want to have peace? Why not war? Why not battle? He felt like, to be a god, you actually need to war. To be a god, you need to go to battles, win it, come back with glory. To be a real god, you need to slay people. He was bloodthirsty. He was power hungry. He was really craving for much more than what, than just the regular, peace. He just felt it was really boring. So what he started doing was he decided to, he decided to actually create an army of the dead. And with him, this army of the dead was gonna just go with him to start raiding all the realms and killing people and causing havoc, raining fire, spilling blood and all of that. That is what he actually wanted. So what he decided to do was now go create this army of the dead. So he did that, created the army of the dead, and then he started raiding these realms he created with his brother. So they went together, started shedding blood, killing people, having battles, creating havoc, chaos, stuff like that. People were not just, everybody was really like going heter-sketer and all of that. So now this news came to his brother, Order. And Other wasn't happy with it. He felt like, why? I mean, we said we wanted to create realms to, rule this together. Why would you be doing this? Like, this was not sitting right with Other. But, he couldn't kill his brother because he loved his brother too much. He couldn't kill him. He felt, okay, I don't want to kill him. So let's look for another solution. So what he thought of was, creating a weapon to be able to stop his brother from, doing all of these things he was doing. So he decided to create that weapon. He went ahead, created this weapon, and then he realized that this weapon was not strong enough to kill his brother. I mean, his brother is a god. So a mere weapon cannot just, kill him or, do what he wanted the weapon to do. So now what he wanted to do was send his brother to an eternal sleep. He didn't want to kill him. There's a difference. Like if he kills him, the brother will be dead forever. But if he puts him to sleep, I mean, he knows his brother is still alive, but he's just sleeping. So that's what he decided to do. Now, he created this weapon. The weapon was not strong enough. Then he thought of it like, okay, well, who can actually empower a weapon that's not so strong? It can only be a god that can do that. So he decided to, do this utmost sacrifice himself for the weapon to live. So for the weapon to be able to live, he needs to die. So more like the movie where you see a soul coming out from a person, that little light coming out from that person, and it emerges, it comes up, and it just comes up and then goes down straight into the weapon. That's what happened. So just imagine that in your brain. He died, the little light came out of him, that's his soul, and went straight into the weapon, thereby empowering this weapon. And all of him, all he ever was, all he ever is, got into that weapon. It became all his powers, everything he is became that weapon. So that weapon, became so, I don't know, the weapon was not too strong, like I said before. So all of others' powers couldn't fit into that small weapon. So what happened to the weapon is the weapon actually broke into 9 fragments. And this is actually the interesting part of everything. Like, this 9 fragment is really important to us, because this 9 fragment ended up forming the 9 realms, which included Asgard, and had Asgard as in the middle, as the most powerful realm, with the Bigfoot bridge where people can be able to, teleport into the other realms and, come back. So Asgard was the most powerful. It was in the middle. It had the most powerful gods coming out from there. So that was what happened. The weapon, which was a sword that he created, that Order created, and that Order put his soul into, broke into 9 fragments, became the 9 realms, and everything was okay. Now, when that power went into the sword and the sword broke, it was like maybe there was an earthquake, and everything was still, and Chaos and the army of the dead were sent into the abyss to an eternal sleep. So, like I said, they were not dead; they were just sleeping. Now, fast forward thousands of years passed, and fast forward to the time of Odin, the time of Loki, the time of Thor, and all of these other gods in Asgard and the 9 realms. Now, Odin had a war in Jotunheim with a frozen king. And, the frozen king was really strong because he had a sorcerer that was working with him directly. So Odin had this war, and he knew that the frozen king was too strong. He had the sorcerer, and they could do some, black magic and, win this war. That's for the frozen king. So Odin didn't want to lose the war. He knew if he took his people to the battle, they're not going to come back. They're going to die, all of them. So he thought of so many things of how to win this war, strategy. They planned this, the Vikings, they came together, they were looking for solution and all of that. So he went back to the books, went back to history, and then he actually came across this spell, this very ancient spell that could be able to, help him win that war. Now, this spell was really powerful. Yes, it would help him win the war with the frozen king, but it had a disadvantage. And Odin didn't care about the disadvantage. He wasn't even checking if it had a disadvantage. All he wanted was glory. He wanted to take his people into battle and come back, victorious with the glory, with all the gold and all of these things that the Viking people want. So he thought, okay, you know what? I checked it. Well, I'm going to use this spell. So he did the spell, made that incantation, went to the war with his people, and won this war, killed the frozen king, came back with his head. Everybody was happy. They were rejoicing, they were drinking, they were whining, they were, whoring, they were doing so many things. They were really happy, they were dancing. And, well, what happened at the other end was Chaos and the army of the dead awoken. They actually all woke up, and you know what? Chaos was really pissed, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I wanted to do times 100 of it. So he came out, and now he's actually wanting to destroy all of the realms, including the 9 realms. Now, these 9 realms that Order gave up all of himself for. Chaos is going to come now with the army of the dead and destroy all of it. Now, that's our motive. That's where our whole project is based on. That's where the game is based on. That's where everything about ArchRealm is based on. Now, you need to go through our website. If you check it out, we've been able to put together this beautiful story. Like I said, there's amazing characters, hand-drawn. We've been able to put together all of these things so people can actually relate with it and see what we're talking about now. You go through the website, check out any of this god. We have Thor, we have Loki, we have Odin, we have Sif, we have Freya, we have Gulvek, we have Baldur, we have all of that. We have Hel, we have all of these gods on the website. Beautiful characters. You pick one of them as your NFTs, go into the game, and what you need to do is you need to find the 9 fragments. That's very important. That sword that broke into 9 fragments, you need to go into each realm get the fragment in that realm, go to the next realm, get the fragment in the next realm. Now, these realms are going to be put into chapters. So in the game, we're going to have 9 chapters. Now, you need to take one of the characters, go into the game. Chapter 1, you slay a demon, you pass a hurdle, you cross a challenge, you do any of these things that, come to you at the chapter 1. When you're done passing that, you move to the next chapter. Now, once you do that, slay that demon, pass that hurdle, you get to your fragment. Pick your fragment, get to the next chapter, all the way to the 9th chapter. Once you've been able to get to the 9th chapter, you have all the 9 fragments, you put them together, and it creates that weapon, and thereby actually, saving the 9 realms. Once you put together all of that fragment together, it creates the weapon, and Chaos and the Army of the Dead are actually sent back to the abyss for eternity to sleep again. So that's the whole, story behind the game. So now you need to actually pass all of this. And we have a very super amazing, prize for whoever gets to the 9th chapter first. So the first player or the first gamer that gets to the 9th chapter, that puts together all of these fragments, creates the sword, is going to be winning $10,000. That is for the first person that gets to the 9th chapter. So we just made it that way, so people will really compete for it and want to get to the end. And I mean, this is actually a fun game. You have fun while playing it. You enjoy yourself. You relate to the story. There's a story behind it. You know what your mission is. Your mission is to get all the 9 fragments, put it together, save the 9 realms. So while we've been able to pick, all of these beautiful gods from Asgard, because like I said before, Asgard was like the most powerful amongst all the realms. So that's just the whole idea behind the game. I mean, just go through the website, check it out. We have something really beautiful. This is really, really big. Well, that's just, everything, all the story, or what the story or the motive or the, idea behind the whole project. So over to you, Solace.
All right, thank you, Explorer. That was a very detailed explanation about the story, and as you guys can tell, we put a lot of work into this, and this is just the backstory and the premise of the game. Like, we're gonna have chapters, and each of the chapter is gonna have their own story attached to it, so people can progress through the story, and we put a lot of work into this. All right, so Ian, could you tell us a bit about how we're going to reach different communities and maybe cover a little bit of marketing? I know Zoe isn't here right now to talk a little more in depth about our marketing plans, but I think you should be able to cover it.
Yeah, not a problem. So I mean, we have a strong community at the minute. We over like 5K community, 7K in our announcement channel. We also building on all socials: TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, Discord. We as communities grow engaged and greatly, and not only that, the team over there, we handpicked the mods, to the mods, to the admin and stuff. We handpicked these, and we've got a very strong team over there. Now, as for marketing, we ran a sweep widget, which were pretty successful. It got some numbers in there, and we in talks. So we've got some more AMAs. We some big accounts coming up, like Crypto Pickles. I'm personally in talks with David Gottstein, and I do a lot on Twitter. I normally host spaces over there with some big names, and I do Twitter spaces and stuff. So yeah, we're in talks with some big people for marketing. One of our strongholds is marketing. To be fair, it's one of our key aspects is to keep marketing going as long as possible. And for the game side of things, our market is going to be reaching out to Twitch, the gamers, the streamers, and stuff like that. So we get out there to a big wide audience, and she's also very, very experienced, our main CMO. We also have another marketer on board as well. She's experienced in other aspects. So as for the marketing, it's really one of our strongholds. I mean, this project's going to be one of the biggest projects this year in the BSC space. We're going to take it by storm, and the team is very, very experienced. There's some big partners to come. I mean, if you can see on the roadmap what's on the screen at the minute, you'll see that talks with Chainlink and stuff have been happening, and we've had meetings with Chainlink as partnering and some listings. We're going to get some decent listings. So yeah, as for market, obviously our CMO can explain a little bit better than me. But these are some big things to come, and I urge you guys to jump over to our Telegram, and engage with us and keep an eye on us. The future's bright. So yeah, I'll hand it back over to Elias. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Ian. That was great. And Mike, can you tell us a little bit about why people should be holding this coin and what are the benefits of doing that?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I want to explain to you guys why you should hold this token. Like, if you make your personal research and you join the Telegram, I am very sure you would have seen a lot of reasons why you should, if you check our website, white paper, and the rest. But I could run down some benefits why you should hold this project. Like, we're gonna have a bond, which means that some unused token are going to be bonds, which is going to add a lot of value to the project itself. And we every 50% of every NFT sales is going to be used for buyback. So this is to push up the price up higher, and the remaining 50% is going to be used for charity, which is going to be very well transparent and well informed. Everybody's going to know about it. And there's going to be 2% for buy and sell for reflection. 2% for reflection. That means if you hold this token, you're going to be having a reflection while you're holding this particular token. And as a gamer, you have the opportunity to be able to earn AGT token, that's ArchRealm game token, while you play. So it's going to be a play to earn game that you have fun, you play, and you earn money. So there's going to be an NFT staking, which we are actually working on it. So you can easily stake your NFT, while the game is in development. And there's going to be a $10,000 reward. Like, it's going to be like a contest, but it's going to be for the first gamer that could be able to complete the 9 realms. That's the 9 stages of this game. So in each the first person that complete the game is going to have an awesome $10,000 prize reward. And again, there's going to be a refer and earn program with our third-party partnership, that's Floors.trade. They have this platform that is meant for a project like this. So you can easily buy our token. Once we are listed within the swap, you can easily buy our token through them, and there's going to be a referral link. And if anybody buy the token through you, that's your link, you will have the opportunity to earn our token. And there's going to be a contest. There have been a weekly contest every week. We held a lot of contests in our group, and it's going to continue even after launch. We've done a lot of community contests already, which is very, very effective, and it's engaging. So, and for the NFT, you can actually buy the NFT even though you're not a gamer. You can hold the NFT, you can trade, you can buy some of the weapons like Thor hammer, some of the roads and everything, and trade them to earn more money. The floor price is going to increase once the game is out. People are going to use this NFT to play, and this NFT is going to be limited. So to play the game, you have to get an NFT. So even if you're not a gamer, you can actually purchase our token by any reflection, by actually buying the NFT itself and reselling, back to the gamers and the rest of it. So another thing, we have a huge marketing plan which is going to spread wide across the BSC space. we are looking beyond Telegram. We are looking beyond even YouTube. We are bringing up a lot of ambassador in, as Ian, our CEO, have mentioned. So we have a lot of people coming in on board immediately after we launch. There are people we are in talks already. There are people that are confirmed already. So this is all for me. Celos, over to you.
All right, thank you, Mike. I think people have a pretty good idea that this is a long-term project and they should be holding it because we got a lot of things coming up. All right, Glenn. We're kind of done with our short explanations about the things the team is the team members are responsible for. So, have you got any questions for us? Maybe you have something prepared.
Definitely, yeah. I saw on the website it mentions that a player must complete 9 rounds by getting 9 swords. I'm wondering whether after the
9 shards,
9 levels, and then you get an NFT reward as well, is it, at the end of the 9 levels? But will there be more levels added later, or is that the campaign mode finished, but you can still go into the multiplayer co-op as well?
Well, right now, since this is a 3D game, it's going to take a while to build. So right now we're just focusing on the 9 chapters. But if we do see that players are interested and that they want, more of the story, we will make sure to, provide them with that. So it's not set in stone,
Right.
We can have one.
Can I just add to that as well?
Yeah,
not only this multiplayer, but you can challenge your friends for like wages and stuff. It makes it exciting. So you able to say you play your mate and he beats you and stuff in the game. You able to challenge him for tokens and have a little wager on it. It just makes it so much fun.
Whether you can have like competitions and leaderboards, leagues, and whether people can actually watch some of the rarer sort of cards being played out, watching on the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we are gonna do partnerships with various Twitch streamers to promote our project, and of course, leaderboards are kind of necessary when you have multiplayer. So we will be working on that later on. Yes.
And you get NFTs when you complete the 9 levels. I'm wondering if can you replay the 9 levels and get more NFTs?
Yeah. This is a play-to-earn game after all, so you can replay them. I mean, obviously, I don't think you're going to be getting more of those NFTs because, the goal is to collect one of each and, to make the sword. But as for the replayability, yes, you can replay the game and earn.
And how many are going to be in the series NFTs as well, and what price they'll be? Yeah.
Our CTO isn't present right now, so we can't really tell you. And I don't think we have decided on that because these things take time to, calculate and stuff like that. So I can't really tell you.
Then you're going to have store purchases for weapons and armor upgrades. So will there be like rarities to some of the NFTs, and you'll get rarer armor and weapons?
Yeah, sure. That's how these things work, to add value to the ecosystem.
And I did see on the website you can earn BNB in the game, or has that been changed to the ArchRealm token?
Yeah, you're going to be able to earn AGT. It's our in-game token. And since we do have a swap, you will be able to swap it back to, either ArchRealm token or BNB. So...
And it says on the website you're going to be a governance token, so it's going to be a DAO and there'll be voting rights for the investors, yeah?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Website, you're going to be a governance token, the ArchRealm token. So will there be a DAO and there'll be voting rights for investors on how the game's sort of made and different decisions around the project?
Oh yeah. Obviously, we're our community, is a big part of the. We value our community, so we will be listening to them. We do have an exclusive lounge for the private sale investors, and they get a little sneak peeks much faster than the people in our official chat. So, being part of that is obviously, a benefit. And yes.
You're planning NFT staking as well. What's happening around there? And did you say, what will be the price of the minting the NFTs, or will it be like a treasure chest and you'll open them randomly?
Explorer, can you tell us anything about it?
Yeah. Yeah, for the NFT stakings, because we're going to be using a third party, for that one. So we need to, confirm with the third party, get all the details we need to have before we, give a confirmed, like real time information to our community. So we need that to be confirmed first before we do that. And as regards the price, well, once we're able to have all the NFTs ready, and before we show it to our private lounge, like Solid said, we have a private lounge for the private sale investors. Before we show it to them and bring it through the public, we'll definitely have the prize and give that information in the group. That's the main TG. So for now, no, we don't have a definite price for the NFTs.
Okay, great. And with each round, can you get killed and then you have to start again? How does it work? Or you have to wait a period of time to recover?
Explorer, I want to take that.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, so each round, well, if you get killed, you have to start all over again. So that's the thing. Now, if you get killed before earning, maybe you're already seeing that chessboard, you're about to earn it, and you get killed. Well, the only thing you lose is that the box that comes up for you to pick up that includes the fragment you're looking for, and also whatever you've been able to earn by killing that demon. So that's just the thing. It just disappears, and start all over again.
Mentioned a $10,000 reward for the first player that finishes the 9 levels. Is that just go to the winner, or like the top 3 or 5?
No, it goes to the first person. The first person that gets to that, because it's going to be a very difficult one. It's not something that you need to be. Yeah, you need skills, but as you also need to understand the game. Like you need to know what you're doing. At the end of the day, once anyone gets to that 9th stage and is able to have all the fragments put together and has that sword, that's the only person taking the grand prize. It's just one prize, $10,000 for that first person.
Exciting for investors to the race to the first past the post, and get $10,000. And how does it work with the multiplayer co-op? Is that separate to the campaign mode?
We're gonna have a few modes of multiplayer, but actually, I don't think this has been fully thought out yet. We still need to work on that because campaign right now is our main priority. Multiplayer also takes a little bit more time to do, so we can't really tell you right now.
No problem. And is the audits planned before launch, after launch? What's happening there?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, the audits. You're talking about the audit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the audit is already done. We had our first audit by Intify. We have the audit certificate on the announcement channel and in our main TG, but we're also going to be having CERTIC audits once we launch, because it takes longer to do CERTIC, and we can't wait for the CERTIC before we launch, because it's just gonna push our launch date further. So we had to do Intify first, and then CERTIC's gonna come definitely after we launch.
Are you planning a private sale and pre-sale, or is the private sale finished? What's the sort of soft cap, hard caps for them for investors to get involved in?
Yeah, we had a private sale. It got filled up quickly because it was done with a particular private group, and then just a few other people from a few AMAs we did. But yeah, we had a private sale, and we got about 118 BNBs. And we have a private launch for the private sale investors. That's like they have like a particular advantage of being private sale holders. So yeah, we had a private sale, and it actually got filled up really quickly.
And next, you can have a pre-sale as a whitelist spots if investors come and join the Telegram to win for that.
Yes, the pre-sale is being handled by Docs, DocsPad. So you need to have Docs tokens to be able to participate in that.
Will it be open to the public, or will it be private first, or?
Yeah, it's I think the way DocsPad does it is strictly private. But what we did is we took out 50 BNB slots to be able to give as a whitelist to people that want to buy in. But we had that whitelist pre-sale done yesterday, and it got filled up within seconds. So it's the one DocsPad is going to be handling. It's just actually private for those people holding Docs tokens.
And what's the soft cap, hard cap, and then will you launch like 24 hours later when that's filled?
Yes. So the soft cap is 250 BNBs and the hard cap is 550 BNBs, and the launch is 4/7. So yes, definitely launching 24 hours after it's filled.
Great. Can I open it up to the rest of the team if anyone's got any questions for the ArchRealm team here?
Hey Glenn, yeah, I was listening in. It sounds super exciting. I love the depth of which you guys went into the mythology and how you linked it together and all the characters. It looks super interesting. So I just have like a few questions. Are you doing the development? Are you planning to do it in-house, or are you planning to hire a company to do it for you, or have you already looked at that? How does it work?
Explorer one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Yes. So we've had conversations with few people, and like we've had conversations with like a very big we like say project in the space, that has they have like a full team for gaming and all of that. So we're still in talks with them, but then we have an in-house game dev, but of course he can't do it alone, because I mean he also has his team, but he would need help from people that have this serious idea about what they're doing. So definitely, and we're also in talks, like our COO said, we're in talks with Chainlinks to see how they can be able to come in to help us out with the game, with the gaming creation and all of that. So we've already had 2 Zoom meetings with them, and we're gonna have another Zoom meeting with them on the 8th. That's after we launch. We're gonna have another Zoom meeting with them, and once we're able to put together all of this, then of course we'll definitely let the community know if it's a company that's going to be helping us do it, or if maybe they're going to partner with us. If they're going to be doing it fully, we'll let the community know, or if they're going to be partnering with our in-house game devs, then we'll also let the community know, because I mean this is actually a big one. So yeah, we'll definitely need to have all those partnerships checked out.
Right. And I'm assuming this will be a desktop game, right? Or are you looking at to create sort of like browser where people on their phones can use it as well, and maybe make it into an app, or is it just going to be for computers?
Yeah, the plan is to, we're building it on Unity, so the plan is to release it on web and on phones.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I know a lot of people are doing some pretty interesting stuff with Unity. is pretty cool. And just one more question from me. Like I know like with these sort of play to earn games, it kind of puts a little bit of strain on the native token, when people start claiming it and start selling their rewards and all that. Are you guys looking at any ways of implementing some token sinks, so to say, where people could only get certain benefits if they use your token, or are you planning to do some burns while people are buying some of these in-game NFTs or anything like that to kind of create more scarcity?
Yeah, as mentioned previously, we're gonna have our NFTs, and half of the value that they pay for the NFTs, it's gonna be burned, and the other half is gonna be used for the charity. No, wait, it's not gonna be burned. Wait, Explorer, is it gonna be burned, or is it gonna be buyback?
No, it's gonna be half of the NFTs that are gonna be sold are gonna be used for buybacks. Okay, then the other half is gonna go for charity. And then what we've also been able to do is to differentiate the in-game tokens from the governance token. So the governance token is gonna be ART, and the in-game token is gonna be AGT. So if you're gonna be playing the game and earning, you're gonna be earning in AGTs, and you can actually easily swap those for BNBs, because of course we have a particular amount of tokens set aside for the in-game token. So yes, I don't think it's going to really affect the main chart, because we differentiated that one. So we have the ART and the AGTs, and then 50% of the NFT sales goes back to buyback, and then the other 50% goes to charity. And then once we've been able to decide what charity we're going to send it to, we're going to let the community know. It's going to be very transparent. Pictures are going to be taken, stuff like that, and yeah, that's how we're going to do it.
Thanks for helping me out.
Yeah, it sounds super interesting, and I know like Glenn was asking about what happens after you create all the 9 fragments and everything, and it's like is it game over and whatnot? But I can actually see like potential going forward, right? Because the mythology is so vast, and you can build so much on top of it, right? And who's to say that a second, third, fourth version of this, and you bring in more weapons, and people will have to fight for those, and maybe offer an even bigger prize, or it's pretty interesting, yeah.
Definitely, man. You know, mythologies are pretty big, so sky's the limit.
Yeah, it looks super interesting. Yeah, thank you for answering. That was it from me, Glenn.
Yeah. Thanks for
I
the
can open it up to investors now. Then I've got a question coming in from Afifa.
Sure.
You've got a question for ArchRealm? Go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, what's up?
Hi, Afifa.
Can I ask some question?
Sure. So you got a
COVID-19
question?
has
Hey, you
slowed
Afifa.
down.
Go on.
COVID-19 has slowed down many economics around the world, but as a crypto business, does it effective negatively or positively? Are you still on track to achieve your goals? Are you planning a new development?
Explorer, want to take that?
I think I didn't get the question properly. You mean COVID-19 is
COVID
affecting projects, or I didn't get it.
Has COVID affected, our development?
Not really. I mean, no. I would say no, because we've been able to take our time. All you see on the website and all of this has been, thoughtfully put together. The team has been working tirelessly for 3 months, so definitely no. It hasn't really affected us in any way, actually.
Does that answer your question, Afifa?
They're working from home now, so yeah, we sort of keep away from offices, and yeah, it's cool in crypto that we can all work at home and stay away from bugs. But yeah, okay. So people have been joining the AMA in between the middle of it around. So maybe if we can do a recap over the ArchRealm project for any investors that have only caught some of the AMA, go over it for them. That'd be great.
All right, I guess I'll do my brief explanation of ArchRealm is again. After that, I think maybe we'll cover a little bit of the things that we have covered previously, but just a little bit shorter, I think. All right. ArchRealm is a 3D action-based play-to-earn game with NFT cards. We will have a marketplace, staking, our very own swap for the in-game tokens, and the game is based on Norse mythology, if you couldn't really tell from our website. And the storyline is crafted by us, and it is completely original. So, Dora, maybe just cover a few more important points in the story and.
Yeah, I mean, the story is actually really long, but okay, I'm not going to go deep into the story. I'm just going to say, well, the whole idea behind the game is there's like a real-time motive where you need to go into the game and, get the 9 fragments, which are the swords that is made up of Other's power and Other's soul and all of that. So yeah, you need to go in, get those 9 fragments and put them together to be able to save Asgard and the 9 realms, because they're actually in trouble from Chaos and the Army of the Dead. So they need to actually stop him by getting that sword. And that's the only sword that can actually, stop him. So by putting the last piece, when you get to the 9th fragment, by putting that last piece of that fragment to that sword, you automatically actually send Chaos and the Army of the Dead back to the base to an eternal sleep. And then, voila, there's like, all this, happiness and joy and all of that, you've been able to save Asgard and the 9 realms. So yeah, that's just it about the whole game. And
right,
go through the website. I mean, there's time story there. So yeah.
Glenn, could you unmute Mike because he had to rejoin? Yeah, thank you. Could you unmute Mike because he had to rejoin? After that, we can cover our marketing plans briefly, very briefly. Ian, please.
Yeah, so like I said before, we've got a long-term marketing goal. We've we're in talks with the biggest influencers such as David Bockstein and Dom. I'm pretty good friends with them. Our marketer is world class. We've got two marketers on the team, and we all experienced. We will be having influencers, and I need to stress this, influencers working alongside us to push us every way long term. They'll be on board, So, I mean, as for the marketing aspect, it's really we really focus on that, and all the team is really experienced. And a bit about us community, we thrive in the community is growing daily, and our team interacts with any questions that get asked on our Telegram more or less instantly. They're really good at what they're doing. So, I mean, if you guys have any other questions, like after this AMA, please jump over to our Telegram, ask the team any questions or anything you want to know. They'll be more than happy to help out. And thanks for hosting us today.
All right, thank you. And Mike, could you cover a few points why people should hold ArchRealm token?
All right, thank you so much, guys. I have some few points here and some of the benefits you're gonna get why you hold or buy into this token. First of all, I'm gonna recap by saying we have our bond wallet, so we have some of those unused token are going to be bonds, and this is going to add a lot of value to the token itself, as we all know that. So, and there's going to be a 2% reflection for holders, so it means as you hold in the ArchRealm token, you're going to have some increments in your token if anyone sell, if anyone buy, irrespective of the two. So you're going to have an increment in your token. So, and 50% of it, all the NFT sales, they're all going to be used for buyback. So every sales we made, 50% of it directly is going to be used to buy back the token. That's to push the price up higher. And the rest of the 50% is going to be meant for charity, which is going to be transparent. It's going to be well known. There's going to be videos, pictures, and everything we do with the money. It's going to be very, very accountable and transparent. And there's going to be a gaming reward. So it means the very first gamer that's able to complete the game, all the 9 realms, all the stages, the very first gamer will have stand a chance to win $10,000. The very first gamer that's able to complete all the stages. And there's going to be an NFT staking. We are in talks with some third-party partners already, which very soon is going to be live on our website. So you can actually easily purchase one of the NFT, stake them for passive income. You can all see on the group chat, see how beautiful those NFTs are. So you can actually purchase one of it, stake them to earn residual income. So you can actually also participate in our weekly community contest. We've had a lot of contests before now, and we're going to continue having weekly contests even after we launch. This is to engage the community, to put them at stake, to let them have a feel why they should be in our community. It's just a free bill we're giving. We're just a freebie we're giving to all our community investors and our both on all socials, Twitter, our Facebook, and our Instagram, and the rest, and Telegram. We're going to have the contest all over. So another reason why you should buy is once we launch, we're going to have a refer and earn program. This is going to be exclusively with our third-party partner called trade.floors.trade. So they have their own swap. So once we have been listed on the swap, there's this part of their program that's once we are listed there, you can be able to buy our token either with your credit card, directly with your Google Play. Then with Google Play, you can buy with your credit card. And once you purchase our token, you're going to have a what's it called, a referral link. So the referral link, if you share to your friends, family, or anyone in your group, if they buy through your referral link, you're going to have some percentage allocated to you. So that is a special feature for that. Then apart from all this, I've made mention, even though you're asking yourself, oh, I'm not a gamer, how can I benefit from this? With everything I've actually, staked out, both the reflection, both the staking and the rest, you can actually also buy the NFT yourself, and you can trade them on our marketplace, or anywhere. You can actually trade them for passive income. You can buy any of the weapons, and like, oh, I want to resell once the game is out, fully out. I buy them, hold them for now. Then I want to buy Thor, I want to buy Odin, any of your characters. You can check them out on on this Telegram page. Buy one of them, trade them. You can, hold them, and you can, make some money with them if you wish.
All right, Mike.
And
I think people get the idea.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We have a long. Sure, we have a long, huge marketing budget. Like we actually allocate some huge chunk of allocation for marketing. So this is for you guys to know that it's a long term project, and we're gonna have a long term marketing. As Ian, the CEO, have explained, we have a long range of marketing, deal with a lot of influencers. We've started our Facebook ads already. We try to push this project, to where it ought to be. So over to you, Silas. Thanks for having
All right,
us.
thank you. That was a little longer than
Could I
expected.
just
But
ask,
yeah,
sorry, Mike, a question? Yeah, I was just about the tokenomics.
go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I noticed you've got a 10% team wallet. I'm wondering if that's locked and it'll unlock at certain stages to pay salaries
Yes,
for the team.
Yes, it is locked.
Yeah,
You
it's actually
want to
locked.
take that
It's gonna
explore?
be
I mean,
for
yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's going to be locked for 3 months, and then after that, it will be unlocked, and then 20% of it is going to be taken out, and it's going to be locked again for another 3 months. So that's how it's going to go. So 3 months, 20%, 3 months, 20%, and like that.
And I think we've got a question from an investor here. So, Dip2, you had a question for the team? Go ahead.
Don't be shy. So I've
Hi.
hello.
Hello. Yep. My question is,
Mhm.
what are the plans for global expansion? Are you focusing on market at this time, or focus on building and developing or creating customers and users or partnership?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll-
we are okay. Okay, take it, Ian.
Yeah, so like I explained, we one of our marketing is a long term. It's a stronghold. We are marketing now. We have been marketing, i.e., doing these AMAs and stuff. And like we said earlier, there will be some partnerships with Chainlink, which we all know they are a massive project. It'll give some security to you investors also. And yeah, we talking, we're in discussions with partnerships, but the partnerships are going to have to be the right partnerships, to run alongside with what we are doing. We don't just want to be the ordinary game or the ordinary token. We want to be different. We want to stand out amongst the rest. So yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, thanks. And I have another question. What is your top 3 things or priorities in 2020? Could you share some plans for upcoming year?
Explorer, can take that. Top 3 things for us coming up.
What?
Top 3 things coming up for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're top 3 teams coming up for us would be, first, we're going to be dropping our NFT marketplace. That's going to be dropped, I think they said 24 to 48 hours after we launch. So we're going to have that ready. And yes, we're going to be working on our beautiful NFT. So we're going to have those also ready and put out to the community probably some weeks after we launch, maybe 2 weeks thereabout. And then, we're just going to focus more after we give the community those, two things. First, we're going to focus, more on trying to, create the game, build it, and all of that. So once we've been able to have concrete partnerships with those game, companies for this to create the game, we're going to, start working fully on the game. But yes, we're also going to be working on, we're currently working on the storyboarding. So what we plan to do is each chapter of the game, we're going to put each chapter of the game into a storybook, more like a comic book. We're going to see if we can have characters drawn around it with the whole story. So we're going to be dropping those storybooks in the community for them to be able to read like what they're going to be, seeing in the game. So we just want the community to be hyped and, have an idea of, what they're going to be, or what demon you're going to be slaying in the game, what hurdle, what challenge you're going to be passing in the game. So just to make it super exciting, that's what we also plan to do. We'll also plan to, drop each storybook chapter of the game in the community. Say probably we can be dropping 2 chapters every month just for people to be hyped, keep waiting for the game while we actually work to build the proper game and all of that. We also plan to bring out a proper game demo to put out to the community, but that will be like a month after we launch. So yeah, that's I've mentioned way more than 3 things we're looking to do. So
thank you. Very important information. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for the question.
You're welcome.
What's the timeline for the NFT marketplace?
Explorer, take that.
Yeah,
You just
the
covered
NFT
it actually.
marketplace. Yeah, I just covered it already. It's actually 80% ready. We've been able to go through it. The CTO has sent, the link. We've been able to see it, but he needs to complete some things at the back end, So it's currently 80% ready. So it should be out, say 24 to 48 hours after we launch. That should be out for sure.
Okay, great. And who came up with the storyline? It seems really super cool. And is there any secret characters that will be introduced into the game?
Explorer, who came up with the storyline?
I did come up with the storyline. I'm a super fan for the whole Viking movie. Tell me any Viking movies, I've seen it. And, for the whole Norse mythology and all of that. So, yeah, I came up with the storyline. And the characters, we've been able to, take out real-time characters from the Norse mythology, but do something of our own, like add some kind of things, draw it to the way we understand it, and put it out so that way we don't have any form of copyright issues. So everything you see on the website as regards the drawing and all of that, it's actually purely original, because that's what we want to sell. Originality is actually key for us here.
Okay, great. We always say anyone listening back to the recording, if you've got any questions for the ArchRealm team, we can get you safely over to their Telegram, the official one. Do you have the VC open for investors to come in? And what's the timeline for the pre-sale for investors?
Generally, we do have VC open, but right now we're hyping up the launch, so we just have a timer set for the launch right now. But obviously, we will be doing. I'm doing voice chats every day, so yes, generally we do have voice chat open.
And what's the timeline for the pre-sale and then the launch after?
The launch is on 7th, and pre-sale. Yeah. Pre-sale is closing a few hours before launch.
Well, yeah, it's a very interesting project. ArchRealm card games are really big in crypto and in gaming circles. So yeah, I can see as this build's going forward, it could be a super project for investors to get involved in. Thank you very much for coming today. Guys, I'll finish the recording, send a copy over for you to share, and I'll pin that in our main chat for our investors, and you can share that with your community.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having us. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we've got to spin the wheel first. 2 lucky investors